So we're going to use this Snowflake Kisses stamp set from Gina K Designs. I have previously used this in another card. This was my previous card, and I'll have a link down below for this tutorial video that I did. And I am actually casing this from Kellie Stief Delafuente. And Kellie, if you ever see this, I apologize if I have mispronounced your name. This is a super cute card, and like I said, I'm casing it, so I'm going to make it my own. But I've got my Lazy Susan from Amazon and the Gina K Grip Double Background Grip Matte 1. She has a second one. It's two different backgrounds, A2 size on one side, and the other side it's just a flat surface. And I apologize for clearing my throat. So I'm just using 80-pound Neenah Classic Crest Solar White cardstock. I'm going to secure that down, and the Sea, Sun, and Sky stencil. We're going to, because we're going to make the snowbank, and I am going to use Blue Sky. Blue Sky? Yes, it's Blue Sky. My husband grew up on a street called Sky Blue, so I always want to call this Sky Blue. But we're going to ink blend just a little bit, just so that we have some definition. And this is what I love about the Lazy Susan. I can put whatever on here and then turn it to however I need it. So I load up my brush, and I'm using the small, not the detail, but the small blending brush. And we're going to start on the stencil, and just minimum pressure. We're just trying to get a little bit of a hint of a snowbank. And voila. And you can see this. How about I get you a little closer so you can see the snowbank? And there you go. And I'm going to check the brightness. Pull this brightness down just a little bit so you can see it. Perfect. And I'm not sure which side of that stencil I was using. So I'm going to wipe this off because I don't want to get blue ink where it's not supposed to be. I believe I had it. Yep, there we go. So I had the writing side up. You can see a little bit of etching. I think you can, there you go. So I had that pointed up because that's going to be important a little bit later. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly go through and get all of these done. I'm making 10 of them. So pull you out just a smidge as I quickly run through these. Okay, so I've got some blocks here, and do we have any other smaller ones? Nope, that's it. So let me peel off these little snowflakes. I think they'll all fit on these really tiny blocks. And we're going to use the sky blue ink. And I was going to do some ink smooshing with saran wrap, and it wasn't working. So we're going a different direction. And each one of these card bases, we're going to just start doing snowflakes on. I'm just going to randomly put snowflakes on. Keeping in mind that our snowmen are going to go right there. There may be some that get stamped behind, and some of these we will end up cutting off when we trim these panels down. But I just want to, whoops, there was one snowflake that just went on the other side. And we're just going to continue to do this until we fill it up. Okay, now I'm going to go and cover this. So I'm going to use Master Layout 1, the 2 large rectangles, and those measure the top one. So I've already got a bunch of these cut out. So these are my inside panels, and they are the smaller of the rectangles, and they are 3 3/4 by 5. And I already have a bunch of the mats cut out, and they are 5 1/8 by 3 7/8 if you do not have Master Layout 1. So I'm going to go ahead, cut all of those out. I always have to lay these two next to one another. So this is for that. And then I cut out these last two blue sky card panels, and then I'll be back. So I've got all those cut out, and we're going to go ahead and do the inside panel because I want to do some snowflakes on that as well. Oh, sorry for that glare right there. Trying to get this situated this morning. So these are the panels I had already cut out, and we are going to use the seasonal patterns and phrases. This is my go-to inside sentiment this year. So go ahead and get this. Nah, that's not centered. That's crooked. Let's see. That's a little crooked. Little crooked. Very crooked. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Sorry, I was down in shot. I'll try to edit that out. And I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to use In the Navy for the text instead of my black Tuxedo Memento ink. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. So let me finish up all of these, and then we'll add our little special something to it. So I am going to, on the front of the card, I'm going to, from the same set, there's this Merry Christmas and there's also a Happy Hanukkah. I have a couple Hanukkah cards I need to send out. So let me position this. Make sure I get this straight. Is that straight? Ooh, spot on. So let me stamp 2 Happy Hanukkahs. And I've not used this stamp yet, so I'm just going to ink it up, and I wiped it right off. I may have to ink this a few times, and I'm just using the same in the navy, but I'm using the cube. Perfect. I like the navy versus the black on that. That's perfect. Let me do one more of these, and then I'll get that Merry Christmas. And I'm just kissing the cardstock because this is really stamping nicely. So let me clean this off. And I'll put this back and get that Merry Christmas, and we can move on to the next. Put this on here right. Just throw that down there for a minute. Those turned out nice. And we'll get this Merry Christmas all lined up. Make sure I get it right side up. That might be straight. No, that was not straight. Let me see if I can eyeball that correctly. Yes. Okay, so same thing in the navy. And I'm pretty sure I've used this one. We'll see. Oh, that's giving a really nice impression. So I have already cut out a bunch of these little snow guys, and I saved one of my outlines, and I'm just cutting it down. And what we're going to do is, let me grab that trio. These I am going to stamp, and I don't care where it's at here, but I am going to stamp this in the Memento Tuxedo Black because I'm going to use alcohol markers. And while these little snowmen dry, put that on the wrong side. While these little snowmen dry a little, even though it's the Memento Tuxedo Black, and I've had great success with alcohol markers, I still like to give it a little time to rest and fully dry on the cardstock. So I am just lining this up using some low tack tape, and actually that's the wrong low tack tape. I like to use the delicate painter's tape. So let me grab this yellow. It's what I have down here. Try to get these guys pretty well lined up. I'm holding it in place. Okay, that should work. And just slide one of those in. Let's get this guy inked up. And I may need to ink this pad. It's a little, it feels like it's a little on the dry side because I have to ink this several times. And I do, this is my go-to ink, black ink. The buttons on these guys just aren't dark enough. Perfect. And I'll just finish these all up and be back shortly. Okay, so we are going to do some fun little details on the inside. So I like to do fun little stuff like this. So we're gonna do some snowflakes in the same sky blue sky. See, I cannot get that one right. And this came with my Misti. And for photopolymer, you want a background that, or a surface that is a little pliable. So the stamp, so it has a little give. I'm getting better impression now. That's from my Stampin' Up! Days. That's definitely giving me some better impression on that particular snowflake. And so which other snowflake do I want? Let's do this guy. And I've got a scrap piece of paper because I want to test something. Oh, I like it. I like that. Okay, here goes. I don't know. I think I'm only going to do the one in the upper corner. Yeah, I like that better. Oops, done. I'm done. So let me clean that up. I'll spritz it with water here in just a moment and we will start putting these together. I'll be right back. So we are going to put our little guys together, or the panels, that is. We're not done with the little guys. So I'm just going to glue all these panels together and then we'll put them inside the card. And I like to use the liquid glue because then I can move that panel around a little. There. Okay, the panels are done. And my cut cardstock Neenah Classic Crest Solar White card bases. They're cut and scored for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and burnish these down. And actually, we're just going to do this first one. And then I'm going to finish the rest of these off camera. And then we can get started on our little snow guys. So I'm going to put the inside side naturally. And straight, yep. And then put this on the front. And our little snow guy will go right here on the front. Oh, that's going to be so cute. So cute. So I'm going to finish these off camera. I'll be back in a jiffy. Okay, I changed my mind. We are not going to do alcohol markers because I was using the wrong cardstock for these little guys and it was just bleeding like crazy. So we're going to use pencils and let's see, electric blue I think is what we're going to go with because I'm trying to make this monochromatic as possible. It's in the blue field, so electric blue. Okay, so I've got it sharpened and got my Gamsol. Let's see what we get. And the beauty of this is I can be as messy or as not messy. Yep, our little orange noses. And let me grab my blending stumps. Okay, so I've got my blending stump. I'm only going to use one and I'll use both sides of it since I've got two colors. And let me move you just a little bit closer. Get my Gamsol opened up and I'll do one of these. There. We'll just move this color around. I think that's cute. And this is, let me just cover this Gamsol so it doesn't evaporate. Again, the Gamsol, it's a mineral spirit and it does evaporate, but I think this is just adorable. And I'm going to pop these guys up for a little bit of dimension. And then I'm going to finish all these cards off camera, sitting in front of the morning news. And I'm going to use the monitor to help me position those guys. That's really cute. Press those down, and I got a bunch more. No, not the circle. Okay, these were my, got new beads from Cartwright's. I just need to find them because these guys are just too cute. It's oceans. Oh, the ocean side. Look at this. I think these will be beautiful against this card. What do you think? I think those are gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, I think that's beautiful. Okay, that is it. So let me grab my glue. There's a missing snowflake, so we're going to put a little gem right there and do a smaller one. I need to find a little guy. There we go. Perfect. I love this. What do you think? And those are the perfect color. So these are Cartwright's Oceanside sequins, and those match beautifully with the blue sky. I'm going to get that ink right. And just like that, I have finished my Christmas cards. Thanks for being with me on this journey for at least 2 months now. It might be 3 months when I started doing my Christmas cards. And actually it was. I think I started doing them in August. So 3.5 months. I very much appreciate you joining me in the journey. If you would like the video down below, and if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, if you would hit that subscribe button down below and then that little notification bell so that you are notified the next time I upload a video. I'll be starting on the Gina K Designs 12 Days of Christmas box. I am planning on doing almost a video every day of the 12 days that she reveals the surprise in the box. And I will post that after her reveal. I don't want to spoil the fun of so many people out there that have bought the boxes. I want to say the count was 5,000 for these boxes. So I'm going to come up with some fun little projects along the way. Without revealing too much, there are a few days where I honestly don't know how to use the product ahead of time. So I may not have a video, but I will post something that just says, hey, I didn't know how to use this one ahead of time. And I will try to do something in the near future. So again, thank you for your time. And until I see you the next time, happy stamping.